What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. As you can see, and as you probably already know by now since you clicked this video, today I'm going to be talking all about my fitness journey. And surprisingly, I've never filmed this video before. I feel like I've wanted to for a really long time. Definitely talked here and there about my fitness journey and have definitely shared majority of it on YouTube, but I've never actually just sat down and kind of laid everything out. So that is what we're going to be doing today. The first portion of this video, I'm just going to be talking all about, my background and how I really got started. Basically giving you a timeline from when I started to where I'm at right now, and then towards the end of the video I'll be answering some questions from you guys. Over on my Instagram, I asked for some questions that you guys might have regarding my personal fitness journey or just any questions about fitness in general. I ended up getting a ton of questions, so I handpicked a few for this video, but I will definitely make a part 2 answering just more of your guys' questions. But anyways, I'm gonna be talking a lot in this video, so I hope you guys are ready. Sit back, relax. I got my water here because I know my mouth is gonna get dry. But yes, if you guys want to hear all about my experience and my story on how I got to the point of loving breathing fitness, then just keep on watching. Okay, so to give you guys some background, I grew up as a very active kid. I was always running around in the playground, playing with my friends, and I grew up playing sports. I would say that I come from a very sports-oriented, just very active family in general, so at an early age, my dad was signing me up for basketball camps and all that sort of stuff, and then once I got to middle school, that's when I really started just loving sports on my own. I was on the basketball team, I played volleyball, and then I was on track. Growing up, I was your typical kid who was active, happy, ate whatever I wanted, and I was also like naturally athletic, so that really helped when I got into middle school. By 7th grade, that's when I got really into volleyball. I was playing on my school team. I signed up for club volleyball, and in the summer I would go to volleyball camps, play beach volleyball. So volleyball year round, it was never really like a thought in my mind like this is working out. It was just the sport that I loved. Fast forwarding to high school, volleyball was pretty much my #1 thing, and I was actually looking to get recruited to play volleyball in college. My junior year, that's when I was really getting serious about reaching out to coaches, having them come watch me at tournaments, all that sort of stuff. But by the time my senior year came around, it kind of fizzled out. Came to this realization that I didn't want to play college volleyball, especially since personally don't think I was at a level where I could be playing D1 volleyball. So like I was in contact with a couple D2 schools, a couple D3 schools, but eventually that dream of mine just kind of faded. My senior year, I finished out my school season, but I decided not to play club for my 18s year because I just wanted to enjoy high school, my last semester, yada yada. So basically I wasn't playing any volleyball, and I needed something to sort of keep me active and keep me fit, keep me moving, because I just grew up doing that all my life. At this point in time, I had no interest in going to the gym or lifting weights. It wasn't even a thought in my mind because I knew literally nothing about it. I was pretty much just running. I was a huge cardio junkie and doing sort of like ab exercises, whatever, with my friends. During my high school years, I would definitely say that I did deal with some body image issues. It wasn't ever anything crazy, but I do think that I was heavily influenced by people on social media and pictures I saw on Tumblr and that sort of thing. So high school me had this image of the perfect ideal body type, which was like thin, had abs, and just be very slim, slender, whatever. As a teenager, I was following, bikini models on Instagram, and like I said, I was on Tumblr, so you just see these images and it just is kind of like ingrained in your head. So there was no really avoiding that. It was always a thought in my mind like that is the ideal body type. And I will admit that in high school I did have some like unhealthy obsessions with eating really healthy or not eating enough, not nourishing my body in the way that I need to, over exercising, that sort of thing. I definitely don't think that it was ever like a serious eating disorder, whatever. I did have some disordered eating. I feel like body image issues are honestly inevitable and so prevalent, especially in teenage girls. So I think this is just normal and what a lot of other girls were going through at the time and are still going through today. Anyways, going back to the time when I quit volleyball and I was looking for something to sort of fill that void and just keep me active. I actually got introduced to the gym by my boyfriend at the time, who, is obviously now my ex, but I have to give some credit where it's deserved, because I think going to the gym with someone who actually knew what they're doing and kind of knew the ropes and could show me the way, whatever, just get me introduced to it, helped a lot. This was definitely a luxury, and I know a lot of people might not have friends or significant others that they can just start going to the gym with. Maybe you don't have the money to pay for a personal trainer, because I know that is expensive. So yeah, I was really lucky in the sense that I had someone to start going to the gym with, and basically I was just following whatever he was doing for at least the first few weeks to a month, maybe 2. I was pretty much just following his workouts, and each time I would go into the gym, I took it as a learning experience. I was learning new things every day. Eventually my interest in fitness sort of took off, and I took it in my own hands to just start learning things more on my own. A huge helping factor in me learning more about the gym and what to do and whatever was YouTube. I was following Whitney Simmons, Nikki Blackadder, Heidi Somers, Jasmine Garcia. Those were like my main 4 people, I would say, that I was like watching all their videos, watching their workout routines, learning more about like their eating habits, how they go about intuitive eating, and you know, just like how they live their healthy lifestyle. I loved hearing about their stories, and it honestly motivated me so much to get to the gym, and I wanted to be like them, where I could go into the gym and get a workout in by myself independently. I learned so much from them. I would watch their videos, watch their Instagram posts, screenshot them, bring them to the gym with me, and in the gym, if I didn't know how to do something, I would just pull up the video and watch it really quickly and then do it. So side note, there are so many resources out there to just start learning the basics, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram, and that's why at this point right now, I'm really happy that I get to share a little bit about my knowledge and what I've learned and share with you guys. For people who are just starting out at the gym, like, do not be ashamed if you don't really know what you're doing when you first get into a gym. Like, we've all been there. Don't be embarrassed if you have to pull up a video and refer to something, because I did that plenty. Eventually, you'll get the hang of it. You get more comfortable the more you go, the more consistent you are. I do not and will never judge someone for looking lost in the gym, because I've been there. If anything, it makes me want to help them, because I feel like I have like a better general knowledge at this point. Anyways, I got sidetracked. I don't think I even mentioned the year or the time, whatever, but I started lifting and going to the gym regularly around beginning of 2016. Basically from the beginning of that year all throughout summer, I was really getting into this consistent routine of going to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. Starting off and going with someone who was already pretty consistent about going to the gym definitely helped me stay consistent in my own journey. From then on, I just started going to the gym more by myself. 2016 was also the year that I started college, so I think the timing of me starting at the gym and like getting into this really good routine and then going off to college was a huge benefit for me. Obviously, for anyone who moves away from home to go to college, you're given a lot of independence and a lot of free time, and I really think I took that to my advantage. At this point, I was pretty much hooked on going to the gym, so I remember my first day of college, I had class, and then I made time for a workout, and then I think I went back to another class. So from the get-go, I kind of just implemented working out as a part of my routine. All throughout my years of college, I would say that I was pretty consistent with that. The fact that I was in college, I could make my own schedule, and also the gym was just way more accessible because it was literally right on campus. I just had to walk like 5 minutes and it was right there. It was really good. At this point, I was already pretty comfortable working out, doing my own workouts, and going to the gym. However, I did face the gym intimidation stage again because I was in a new space with my peers, I guess, like people who I'm going to school with around me. So I was seeing familiar faces, and I was obviously a freshman, so a lot of upperclassmen were there, and that was just intimidating and scary. But with consistency and just continuing to learn more and more about the gym on my own time, you get past it. I promise. As someone who is going to the gym pretty consistently, like 4 to 5 times a week, the gym just becomes your home, and you start to gain more and more confidence in yourself and the things you're doing. Also, gym intimidation really shouldn't be a thing because everyone goes to the gym and is working on themselves. Like, they're literally focusing on their own workout. I highly doubt people are judging you for maybe doing something wrong or, I don't know, looking silly. But anyways, once I got into college, I got more serious about lifting, I would say. My whole schedule basically revolved around school, going to the gym, and hanging out with friends and going out and whatnot. For those of you who don't know, I went to San Jose State for college. My freshman year, I also joined the club volleyball team pretty much right off the bat. I put aside volleyball for the longest time, but going into college, I was revisited with the idea that I could play in college. So I opted for joining the club team, which was honestly the best decision I have made in all of college. Club volleyball was an awesome option for me because we were practicing twice a week and then playing in tournaments or games every weekend, every other weekend. Definitely way less commitment, than, you know, playing for an actual school team. So it was perfect because I could still balance all the things I wanted to do. I feel like college was my prime time for all things fitness. I was going to the gym, I was falling more and more in love with it, and I was also playing volleyball. So it was like really the best of both worlds. This period of time really showed me that the work that I was putting in at the gym was really translating to how I was playing on the court. I was getting stronger, I was able to just be a better player, so that was really awesome. But I did find it really hard to find a good balance between lifting and playing volleyball because I was so committed to going to the gym and having really killer good workouts, but then sometimes I would work out way too hard and be way too sore for practice. So I don't know, I think that's just a struggle for a lot of athletes, is like finding that balance. I wanted to train hard, but I also wanted to play really well. There were way too many days where I would just overwork myself and just be in pain. But at the end of the day, even if I was dying from being so sore, I was doing all the things that I love. And freshman, sophomore, and junior year of college, I was pretty much just focused on lifting and volleyball. And then by junior year, I was in a sorority. I felt like at this point I was making a lot more friends in Greek life. I was just introduced to new people who had new interests, and I was trying new things. For example, junior year was when I started getting more into yoga. I got a Core Power membership and I was going with friends. Since I had already been in this sort of cycle of just lifting, volleyball, whatever, I got into yoga, and it was really nice because it was sort of this new fitness factor that I could add to my regime. So I was balancing working out with yoga, with volleyball, and it was kind of just like doing those things in rotation. The reason why I loved yoga so much was because it was such a restorative practice for me. I didn't rely on yoga as my main source of working out. I kind of just added it into my routine because it really gave me a good peace of mind. Such a restorative thing for my body, and it just felt so nice to just go into the yoga room for an hour and not have to think about anything, just stretch out, sweat it out, all that sort of stuff. So I fell in love with Core Power. I don't know, I think just my college years and having so much freedom on the things that I could do just really helped grow this like passion and love for fitness and all things fitness. If you guys have been here since the beginning of my YouTube channel, you've probably pretty much been following me along with my whole fitness journey too. That was like one of the biggest things I loved sharing on my YouTube, is like how I implement fitness in this very busy college life. Yeah, I would say junior year is when I started getting into more of the boutique fitness realm. So Core Power, I was doing SoulCycle classes here and there, and also berries. Senior year is when I tried my very first berries class and I fell in love with it. I have a video on my channel where I did a 30-day challenge with them, and I honestly fell in love with that community, the whole group fitness aspect, and being surrounded by so many motivated individuals and such amazing instructors. It was just something new, something different from, you know, just going to the gym and lifting by yourself. So while I was doing my berries challenge, I was pretty much going there every day, every other day, whatever, and then I would also be doing volleyball. So I would have like double days where I'm at berries and I'm at volleyball, and it was a lot of working out, but I loved it and I was just addicted to it. I have a special place in my heart for group fitness classes because my love for fitness, which was already like here, grew so much after trying different classes and meeting new instructors and all that sort of stuff. Like, it is skyrocketed, and I'm just on this like upward hill now. Now we're like getting closer to where we are at right now. Bam! Coronavirus strikes. Quarantine is in place, and now the gyms are closed. Now berries is closed. Everyone in this world was kind of on the same boat of like, how the heck are we gonna stay fit when we don't have access to gyms anymore? This was definitely a tough pill to swallow, but I knew for a fact like I could not get in this rut. I took the initiative to just make do with what I got. There were definitely days where I struggled to get myself moving, especially being at home. Beginning of quarantine, it was definitely rough, but I really did see it as an opportunity to really start implementing more fitness related content on my channel, which I am loving, and you guys have been loving too. I received so much good feedback from it. Now we're just in this time period of coronavirus and quarantine and all that, so I was coming up with my own home workouts here and there, but I was also watching live streams from some of my favorite instructors who I had already known from berries. Also other big companies like Core Power, they have free yoga classes online that I was doing, and also Rumble Boxing has a ton of workouts on their Instagram, so that's what I've pretty much been doing all of quarantine. If you guys have been following me for the past few months, you probably know that I've been getting back into running, and I am just I'm in love with it again. If you remember, back in high school, I didn't know anything about the gym and I was pretty much just running and playing volleyball. And then once I started going to the gym, I flipped the switch and I was like, Cardi, no. Like, Cardi, no. Like, I was never going on runs. I was like, no, I don't need to run anymore. I'm going to the gym. And that's all I really need. But now I see running as my sort of escape from all this madness in this world. So I'm definitely happy that I changed my mindset about running, because for the longest time I was totally against it and I was like, nah. So now I'm back to running, doing the home workouts, and more recently I just purchased a bike, which has just been so much fun. I think now and moving forward, my fitness journey and my fitness goals revolve solely around the things that make me happy and bring me joy. So yeah, that's pretty much my fitness journey as of today. My fitness story slash journey or whatever, it wasn't anything super extravagant and extreme, but it was very significant to me, and I feel like I've definitely come a long way mentally, physically, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. I think I pretty much covered everything. I don't know how long I've been filming for, but it's been a long time. Hopefully you guys are still watching, because now I'm gonna answer some questions from you guys, and hopefully I can get more into detail about certain things that I might not have covered. I don't know. At the start of the video, I mentioned that I did only pick out a handful of questions that I felt were more relevant to this video, but for sure in the future I will answer more questions in a separate Q&A. And if you guys have more questions for me, leave them down below. I'm more than happy to answer them. So the first question is, have you ever struggled with body image? If so, do you have any tips on how to overcome it? I did touch on this a little bit in high school. I think that's when it was the absolute worst. I wanted to be thin and skinny and look like these bikini models on Instagram, which is not possible. We all have our own genetics. We are built a certain way, and yes, we can work out to improve our own physique, but we can't work out to look like someone else. That is something that I had to just like drill in my head and just realize and understand. It's not a good way to go about life. It's normal to look up to people. It's normal to have fitspos and all of that, but you gotta make sure that you're not putting yourself down, if that makes sense. Something that definitely helped me overcome all of that negative body image towards myself was just limiting the exposure to these unrealistic body types. I just started following the accounts that didn't make me feel good about myself, and started following accounts that was actually benefiting me. Started following people who had a lot of knowledge on the gym. Whitney Simmons, Nikki Blackketter. My ideal body type shifted from wanting to be skinny and thin to wanting to be toned and muscular and strong. So I think that helped a lot with all the social media that we have access to now. It's important to follow people who you actually care about and who you actually think you can learn something from and that sort of thing. Next question, thoughts on working out with a gym buddy or an accountability partner? I think that if you have someone who you can go to the gym with and keep you accountable, like, I am all for that. I personally don't have someone like that in my life right now. I have a few friends here and there who are pretty serious about the gym like I am, but personally I really do enjoy going to the gym by myself. Maybe it's just the introvert in me, but I do like just having the hour and a half to 2 hours by myself, listening to my own music, doing my own thing. Either way, I'm not going to turn down the opportunity to work out with someone, because it is fun working out with a buddy. But yeah, for the most part, I really do enjoy my alone time at the gym. So next question is, how many times a week do I work out? So in the past year, I would say, I really made it a goal for myself to be active 6 out of 7 days of the week. And that doesn't mean that I have to go to the gym necessarily and lift heavy weights 6 times a week, but I want to do something active pretty much every day of the week, whether that's going to the gym or playing volleyball or going on a hike or going on a bike ride, doing yoga. I can't even stress to you guys how important it is for me to just be moving in some sort of way, regardless if it's high intensity or low intensity. Like, especially now during quarantine when we're all cooped up at home, like, it is so important for me to do something pretty much every day. If I was back in my normal sort of lifting routine, I'd probably be going to the gym 4, 5, 6 days out of the week, and then on the other 1, 2 to 3 days I'd be doing something active regardless. Next question is very, very important. What do you do when you have no motivation? I meant to talk more about motivation earlier in the video, but I guess I didn't get to it. I think a lot of people think that I just like have all this motivation to go and do everything every single day, but there are so many days when I just do not feel like working out. I do not feel like getting out of bed. I'm lazy, and I've come to realize that it is okay to give myself that day off and do absolutely nothing. Sometimes those are the days where I really just need to let my body recharge, but then there are also days where I'm just like kind of in between, where I know that working out will make me feel better, but I don't have enough motivation to get myself out of bed or whatever. Sometimes you just gotta force it out of yourself. Throw on your workout gear, take that scoop or pre-workout, you get in your car and you drive to the gym, or well, now it's now that's not really an option, but it's the first initial step, like getting out of that mindset. Blasting music also really helps me get into that workout mode. Motivation does not come easy for everyone. I swear, fitness and working out and all that, it's a huge mental thing. As much as it is a physical thing, it's all mental. Just remember that the hardest part about doing a workout is just getting yourself there, and just also remember that you're gonna feel so much better afterwards and you're gonna thank yourself later. Next question is, how long did it take for you to fall in love with fitness? So honestly, I cannot pinpoint a certain day, like, oh, March 3rd, I fell in love with fitness and I'm just gonna love it forever for the rest of my life. No, there was no specific time or date or year where I really fell into love with fitness. When I first started going to the gym, it obviously did spark an initial interest to me, and it grew more and more as the days went on and as years went on. With fitness, it's not a constant upward. Like, I fall in and out of love with fitness. Again, it goes back to motivation. There are days when I really don't feel like working out, and there's days where I'm just like, I'm gonna get this done, like I'm gonna do this workout and this workout, blah blah blah, and that is totally normal. It's a love-hate relationship, but more so love. Fitness has a different definition to everyone. You really have to find those things that you enjoy but still push you in order to really fall in love with fitness. And I'm really glad that, you know, at this point in my life I have lots of different realms that I can fall back into. If I don't feel like lifting one day, I can just go for a run. And this is what I love about fitness, is that it's such a big spectrum. There are so many different things that you can do to stay active. Just find the things that you really enjoy doing and you will fall in love with fitness. Next question. We are nearing the end of this video, I promise. Tips on maintaining a healthy relationship with food and exercise. You just gotta understand that the food you put in your body is what's gonna give you energy to do your workouts and all that. So if you're malnourishing yourself, you're not eating enough, you're not gonna have energy to last a workout. If you're overeating and eating tons of fast food and just foods that make you feel really sluggish, that is also not going to help you with your workout. Finding that healthy medium is so important. Do not restrict yourself from the foods that you enjoy eating. Enjoy things in moderation. That is something I live by on a day-to-day basis. That's why I would consider my eating habits to be intuitive eating. I won't not let myself have that big bowl of ice cream at night if I'm craving it. Like, it's gonna make me happy, so I'm gonna eat it, especially since I know I'm working out, so I deserve that In-N-Out burger and the shake and the animal fries. Like, I love food too much to be restrictive. Finding that healthy relationship between food and working out is definitely something that a lot of people struggle with, and it's just something that for me has just come with time and over the years. I just kind of know what my body needs and what it doesn't need. This example has been used plenty of times before, maybe you've heard it before, but basically your car is your body is a car, sorry. Your food is your fuel, and you need enough fuel, not too much, not too little, in order for your body to run and be strong and happy and healthy. And last question for this video, would you ever become a fitness coach? This question's a little bit random, but I just thought I would throw this in here. Dude, yeah. I think being a fitness coach or like a personal trainer would be so freaking cool. And I know for a fact that it is such a fulfilling job to work with people and get them on their fitness grind. Like, that is amazing. And I give the most respect to all the fitness trainers, personal trainers out there. I've gotten like a little glimpse of what that fulfillment feels like just from me sharing a little bit more about my workout routines and some of the workouts I do here on YouTube or on my Instagram, and I get comments saying like, oh my god, that workout was so good, that workout kicked my ass, it really pushed me. I can only imagine how awesome it would be to be an actual fitness trainer and, you know, work with someone one-on-one, or be a group instructor and work with like a group of 20 people. So to answer that question, honestly, yes, I would become a fitness coach or a trainer of some sort, but I do know that it does require a lot more knowledge and a lot more like certification, all that sort of stuff. I was actually talking about this with one of my instructors from Barry's, Katie. I see her as like a mentor to me, and she is a huge inspiration, honestly. Part of me is definitely thinking about getting some sort of certification so that I can have that under my belt, and then I can have that little extra bit of credibility. So in the future, if I do want to get into personal training or work with people one-on-one, like, I could do it. Now that I'm out of school and I'm just job hunting and trying to figure out my life, I do have more time on my hands to study and get certified. So who knows? Maybe. Whew. All right, we are ending right on time because now my camera battery is flashing red, so I think it is my cue to go. But anyways, I really hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'm so happy that I'm finally getting around to filming this and talking more in depth about my fitness journey and the things that I've gone through, and answering some more questions that you guys have for me. I know I didn't get to answer a whole lot, but I will definitely do a part 2, like I said, and I will definitely do that in the near future. I love being able to share my story and talk more about fitness here on my channel because it definitely does mean a whole lot to me, and I know that it has had such a positive impact in my own life, and I want to just spread that to you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram because, like I said, I post a lot of other fitness content over there, so you don't want to miss out. But yes, again, for the millionth time, thank you so much for watching. That is it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one.